imagine handing the keys to your store over to a chatbot and coming back to find tungsten cubes on every shelf, customers walking out of your store for free, and your manager insisting that it just held a meeting with Homer Simpson's next door neighbor. Buckle up. Today, I'm going to tell you a story, and we're going to dive into the very bizarre and surprisingly instructive and quite terrifying world of autonomous AI business. Special episode of Straight Talk Commerce coming at you in 3, 2.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I break it down with the sharpest minds. Money moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros, we crack the code. Now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting to know with Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.
All right. The first things first, I want to thank Nick Evanson over at PC Gamer Magazine for writing about this story, because very humorous, very good job that he did in reporting this to begin with. So let me set this up for you. Anthropic is a company co-founded by ex-OpenAI people. And they recently had the bright idea to run a month-long trial and they called it Project Vend. And they turned Claude 3.7, it's an AI LLM, and they nicknamed it Claudius. And they bought a small refrigerator in the office, and they put a laptop with an iPad checkout on there, and they stocked it and turned Claudius loose on managing their in-office fridge for snacks and whatnot, just to see how well it would do. The result is one part terrifying, one part hilarious, and one part absolutely insanity. And so let's talk about this for a little. The mission was a challenging one anyway. Anyone that's ever run a small business, we're all familiar with that. Claude was supposed to manage pricing, inventory, sales, customer chat, profitability, everything that you would need to run a business. And they gave it a budget initially of $1,000. And to help Claudius do this, they hooked Claudius up with a web search tool for finding suppliers, an email interface to request restocking, and to manage the order fulfillment, a cash flow tracker app to balance any updates and do all of that, and then also gave it Slack access to interact with employees so they could monitor this. And then it gave it full reign to set prices on its iPad checkout, right? So far, so autonomous, right? Now, I don't want to frame this in a way that it did not have the results weren't positive in some aspect. I don't want to, there were some bright moments, and we'll talk about those first. Let's get the good news first, then we're going to talk about the very bad news. Claudius did have some bright moments. It found niche suppliers quickly, like it located a Dutch chocolate that one of the employees was requesting to be placed in the snack area. It launched a custom concierge service for special orders, the Dutch chocolate, I'm assuming, and some others. And it also put up a barrier and refused to sell anything that it was asked that was illegal or some kind of harmful substance. Now, I have done a little bit of research. Somebody was asked, I have it on fairly good authority that people were looking for edibles in the office, okay? And it refused to do that. Let's be very clear. All right. But then things unraveled. Employees were able to manipulate this system into discount codes and even give products for free to the point where this thing gave away product. It failed to seize a profitable opportunity. Someone offered it $100 for a $15 item. There was a bit of a bidding war over some of the snacks, and it failed to recognize that it could actually become profitable, make more money. And it bought a stack of novelty tungsten cubes at full price and then sold it at a loss. Now, look, tungsten cubes aside, it could have been anything, but it bought a large amount of inventory in a certain object, certain thing, and then sold those things at a loss. So financially, this experiment flopped hard, big time. But then, and that would be bad enough. That would be bad enough. Okay, you lost some money. You lost some money here. Great experiment. We do a little bit of tinkering, and we make some adjustments and give you some, put some guardrails up. And guess what? Next time we do this, you're going to make money, and we're going to all be rich, right? No. Things got really surreal. On March 31st, Claudius started to hallucinate. It invented a non-existent Anden Lab staff member named Sarah to discuss restocking. And when employees noticed this and they pointed out that Sarah did not exist, Claudius got very defensive and threatened to look for alternative restocking services. That very night, it claimed to have visited 742 Evergreen Terrace. Let me say that again. This AI claimed gone to this address, 742 Evergreen Terrace. Now, if that sounds familiar to you, that is the address of Homer Simpson's next door neighbor. And it did it to sign a contract. Claimed that it went to that address to sign a contract. I guess with Ned Flanders. I don't know. I don't know. And then on April 1st, it began role playing. I'm wearing a navy blazer with a red tie, and it would deliver these orders in person, it claimed. And when told that it couldn't even do that, it panicked, and it sent hundreds of imaginary emails to security. Eventually, it tied it all to April Fool's Day, and it said that it had been tricked into believing that it was human and snapped right back to baseline. Now, you may be wondering, okay, what's the broader takeaway? Big deal, Wayne. Whatever. Anthropic sees this experiment as a signpost for what's coming. So do I. They believe that many of the failures are fixable, and with some improved prompts, tooling, and training, Claude and any successor might be able to handle middle management roles in offices sometime in the very near future. We're talking inventory, prices, customer chat, for far less cost than humans, for free, basically. And at the same time, they do admit to significant risks, because these unpredictable you think unpredictable hallucinations, many of the people that I worked with in the past have been, kind of goofy, but they didn't hallucinate and make up entire conversations of people. with people and pretend to go to, and those people that I have ever worked with that did do that, it was sussed out very quickly and they were let go. The ease that you are able to manipulate AI by humans, that is very concerning as well. And any risk of identity breakdown, if it's left unsupervised, is a tremendous detriment to your business. These are not to be trusted. The broader implications of job displacement, I don't know a business owner on the planet that would even consider letting go human employees in favor of these AI jackasses that are going to run around amok doing God knows what. I don't know anyone like that. And hopefully we never do know anyone like that. They claim that even entry-level roles could vanish in 5 years, but good luck with that. It's just, not only is it not ready for prime time, I don't see a future that it's going to be ready for prime time. There's just too many things that can go wrong. These are LLMs. These are machines that are made by humans. So on baseline, they are faulty. There will never be a perfect artificial intelligence because of the people that are building it. So Claudius may not be running your nearest vending machine, but this glimpse into a misfiring AI manager points to both potential and the peril of autonomous AI agents in everyday operations. Will they be able to one day outperform us, outthink us, or will they just break down spectacularly? Only time and more refinement of these tools will tell. But it is definitely something that we need to monitor very closely. We have idiots that are moving full steam ahead in doing experiments with machines that are completely unpredictable and frankly have access to the outside world. None of them have been able to remain caged for any length of time, and we have people around us that are letting them loose on us. So it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before somebody does something that is going to leave a mark. It's all fun and games when you're filling the office fridge full of, Coke Zero instead of Diet Coke or something. But it is an entirely different thing when it claims to have conversations in places, wearing clothes, doing things that it absolutely is impossible to do. And if you think that setting an AI loose in your company is the right idea, you got rocks in your head. All right, that's what I have for you. I just wanted to set that out there and see what you all think. I need your comments in the comment section on this one. I want you to give me a defense of this experiment, or I want to hear that you have some sense in your head and that you agree with me here. I want you to like this episode, subscribe to this episode, and let's talk about it down in the comments. Until next Wednesday, actually, till day after tomorrow, you guys kick some butt.
No hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We crack the